Hey guys, a little bit different of a video today. Today I'm going to do an official, unofficial review for some Fishman pickups. Now these are the modern Fishman set. This is the modern bridge, which is a ceramic magnet, and a modern neck, which is the Alnico magnet. Now, just because they call it the modern bridge, modern neck, you can actually switch them if you wanted. I know some guitarists do that. I think, what's his name? Brian Bruce Fluff out there. He, I believe he switches them sometimes, depending on his guitar. Now, I've had these pickups for about, almost a year now. I've had pretty much as soon as I got this guitar, which it came with EMGs, I flopped them out for some Fishman pickups, which I thought were a great addition to this guitar. But there are some I want to go over a pros and cons list of the Fishman pickups, and hopefully it'll help you out there who are interested in getting these pickups, who are really interested in knowing if they want these pickups or not. This is more of a talkative video, but I am going to do a little bit of a demo on them. And also I'm going to talk about pros and cons. Now, this is the, let's see what I can get, LTD ESP LTD EC1000. Great guitar. I absolutely love this guitar. Like I said, it came with EMGs, so it's pretty much an pretty easy flip out for them. Now, let's start with the pros. I'm not going to talk about tone and sound until a little bit later in the video, because the pros of the tone and sound, I believe, are also sometimes a little bit of the cons with the tone and sound, and I will get into that in a bit. Now, one pro is I think they look killer. I absolutely think they look really sweet. They are gold. I love that, you know, the line. They're very modern looking. They definitely spruce up the guitar pretty nicely. Another pro, they have a dual voicing. So what that means is that each pickup offers two voicings, and they come with the push-pull coil taps on the guitar. Now, for me, I like voice 2 better in the bridge than voice 1. Voice 1 is more of a standard, they call it the more standard active sound, and voice 2 is supposed to be more of a standard passive sound. Honestly, voice 1 to me is a little tighter bass end, a little more top end, a little more upper mid-range, where voice 2 is a little more lower mid-range, a little more bottom end to it. Voice 1 in the neck is like a full fat neck. Voice 2 in the neck is a little bit taken back, like it takes it down just a notch, because it is pretty powerful. And I'll go through both. I'll show you voice 1, voice 2. Actually, let's do that now. So this is this is voice 1 bridge. I'm gonna throw my gain back on. Just listen to the tightness of it. difference. Now, voice 2 is still very responsive for being voice 2 and for having more low mids. I'm going to go with the clean because actually the neck pickup really shines with the clean. So. Now, what I like about the neck pickup with voice 2 is that it's like really, it really helps clean up everything. Now, a little trick for the trade, if you actually have these pickups in the guitar, because technically the battery powers the pickups, not powering the output. It's powering the circuitry. It's a little different than like your standard active pickup. Turn your knobs all the way off. It'll actually extend your battery life, because when they're open, that's basically sending the battery and the signal, so your circuit's always running, even though it's not running like a tremendous amount. But a guy at my work actually suggested that to me, and he said it actually will extend your battery life, because I noticed with EMGs, like you'll have one battery in there and the battery lasts forever. And then I put these in and I actually had a battery die on me, which I'm pretty sure it was the old battery from this guitar, because this is from 2013. So because it's from 2013, I'm pretty sure it's been the standard battery. But once I put these in, he said, hey, just throw these back. You know, it'll actually extend the life of the battery. Now, so another pro is that they're actually really easy to install. The descriptions, the diagrams that they give you for the guitar. Hold on one second. Sorry, I thought I had the I paused it for a second because I thought I had the instructions right by, but I have them somewhere. I can't remember where I put them, but they're actually really, it's a nice, easy diagram to look at. It really, everything's very involved. It shows you the exact layout of everything. Now, so the pro is that they're very easy to install. Now, I guess a con or pro, depending on how you look at it, is price. Now, at first when I was looking at it, I was kind of like, man, they're a little expensive for a set of pickups, because like if you're buying a set of Duncans or whatever, you know, yes, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. But here's the thing. If you think about it, if you think about the cost of the pickup, and then besides the 3-way toggle switch, they give you they actually give you 4 potentiometers. So 2 push pulls, 2 standard. This one only needs 1, but there are 2. They do include 2, and an output jack, and all the wiring, battery, everything you need is in that box, except for the 3-way toggle switch or whatever toggle switch you're using. I mean, if you have a Ibanez and it has a blade style switch or whatever. But anyways, the point is that the price of the pickups with the price of everything is actually pretty good. Now, a pro and a con I have with these pickups is the sound. And this is where it's going to be very, I'm going to try to do the best I can to describe everything without yakking your ear off. Now, to me, and I'm sorry if you're an EMG guy, but to me, EMGs sound very sterile. They sound very generic. I don't hate them. They just have a certain thing where I like the responsiveness and the certain things of a passive pickup. Now, these pickups, the pro is that they don't sound very generic or very sterile, which is great. That's one thing I do like about them. Now, a con that I do have with them as far as sound is that they're almost too perfect sounding. If you look at a lot of the guys that are using these, and a lot of the guys that these were or having their signature sets, and who are using these pickups religiously and swear by them, are the guys that are very technical players. And when I mean technical, I mean a lot of solos, a lot of lead work. Matt Heafy from Trivium, Willie Adler from Lamb of God, Ken Susi and Buzz from Unearth. So many people who are just very, very technically based, doing a lot of lead work and a lot of this and a lot of that. They're the guys that are using these pickups a lot. And that's not a bad thing. For me, I'm the type of player that I listen, the type of music I play isn't as technical. So, because they're so nice, and I mean, just for example, I'm going to throw on voice one. I purposely played that sloppy. I know I'm not that bad of a player. Actually, I am a bad player, but I'm not that bad of a player. But I purposely played that sloppy because I wanted you to hear every little thing that I was doing. That these pickups are really clear, and that they do pick up everything you're doing. So for those guys who are very technical players and they want every note to be heard, yeah, these pickups are great for that. For those guys like me who, where I am playing the, not that sounds bad, but for me, the guy who's not really playing as technical stuff, doing a lot more chordy work, they're maybe not as necessary, as the guy who's doing a lot more leads. And that's where I say they're a pro and a con, because let's take one of the most famous hard rock metal pickups in history, the Seymour Duncan JB. Many, 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 many players have used the Seymour Duncan JB, and as many pros as the Seymour Duncan JB has, there almost seems to be as many cons. Like a pro, they cut, they have a nice top end to them. Well, to some people that can be harsh sounding. They're really chunky sounding. They're really aggressive sounding. Well, to some people that means that the mid range is too harsh or the bottom end can be too flubby. It depends on what you're looking, how you have that pickup set up in your guitar. It depends on what pots you use. It depends on what you're using and what style of music you're playing, what tunings you have, yada, 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 strings, everything else. But my point is that the JB has been used for years because so many people have loved it for its pros and its cons. Because to me, JB has some, even though the cons are there, those flaws are what give it a character. Now these pickups, they're so, and I'm not saying perfect as in they're perfect sounding pickups, but I mean like perfect as in like they're trying to be a perfect sounding tone where there's no flaws in them, that you're almost missing a little bit of the character. Now, it's not like there's no character to the pickup. It's just that sometimes that character is what I personally like, and I know that some people like. That's why I personally love the JB pickup, or I love, a different, maybe a DiMarzio pickup. What's the Super Distortion that they have there, or what's another one that's really good? The Tone Zone. those pickups have flaws to them, and those flaws are things that I think make the pickup have a character and what give it its certain specific voice. Now that's, like I said, that as far as sound wise and as far as cons, that's the only con I really have with these pickups. Now, like I said, I've had these for about close to a year, and the only thing I found so far that I didn't like is that they are missing a little bit. They are missing the flaws, and to you, that might be exactly what you're looking for, or to you, you may like those flaws as part of your characteristic, as part of your tone, as part of things that you do. Now, would I recommend these pickups? Yeah, I would. Would I say that they're bad pickups? No. Would I say they're worth it? In the end, yeah. I would definitely say they're worth it. If you have further questions, hit me up in the comments, comment, whatever you want to do. Let me know what you think. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments down below. I try to always answer as many comments as I can. Thanks, guys, for listening. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good day.